You need a plan. Sounds simple, right? You want to live your ideal life, retire your parents, buy whatever you want, and be able to live on your terms. To accomplish that, you make a plan and execute it. Simple as that. Well, yes, that's true. But you need to understand that everyone has dreams and an ideal life that they want to live. So for you to have dreams and to buy or do whatever you want isn't dissimilar to anyone else. You don't want to hear it, but you're not special. And right now, you don't deserve it more than anyone else just because you have those dreams. I hate to say it, but the difference is the fact that most people that you see across social media who follow all of these motivation, self-help, finance, or hustle accounts will never even take action, start chasing their dreams, and actually do something that can change their lives. I'd even go as far as saying that over 90% of Iman Gadzhi and Andrew Tate's admirers are still yet to take action, even though they know exactly what is needed of them. There are many reasons for this, but one of the most common is the fact that people, for whatever reason, are just too comfortable with their current situation. Maybe they're just getting by and have a roof over their heads, so they're not willing to put themselves through major discomfort to actually get what they want, as they already have something they're somewhat content with in front of them. The vast majority will always be stuck in the hole of procrastination and mental masturbation, constantly watching YouTube videos on how to be productive or how to get rich just to feel good about themselves, but never actually do anything because there's no guarantee that if they work hard, they will accomplish what they want. They'd rather sit back and wait for someone to save them or wait for the perfect opportunity to be put out in front of them, which, unless your head is in the sand, we know will never happen. Sound familiar? Now, I'm by no means perfect either, but we only get one life. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca says, the one thing fools all have in common is that they are always getting ready to live, but they never do it. I mean, what would you do if you knew you could not fail? You need to try your best to live like that. Otherwise, you're always going to be stuck in the same hole. As controversial as it may sound, failure is a good thing. You either succeed or you fail. And with that failure comes a ton of lessons that you know to never make again, to which you'll pivot your strategy next time to minimize the chances of failure that much more. Everyone has failed. Apple, Microsoft, Elon Musk, Mr. Beast, the list goes on. Your ego has to be incredibly big to think that you'll never run into a failure in your life. But what makes a person is how they get up from their failures. No one is coming to save you. You just need to take action. You have one life and only a finite amount of time. You've heard people say that time is your most valuable asset, and it couldn't be more true. To put it into perspective, I'll ask you this. Would you rather be a 75-year-old man with $70 billion in the bank, or a 20-year-old with absolutely nothing? Now, unless you're on a completely different wavelength to me, I imagine your answer is a 20-year-old with nothing. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that wasn't far from your current situation. Refreshing, right? Warren Buffett, aged 92, with a net worth of over $119 billion, would do anything to trade positions with you right now. This is your advantage. Most of us have time to fail. You have minimal responsibilities, even if you think your issues are the biggest thing in the world right now. You most likely don't have any kids, don't have a mandatory mortgage to pay every month, and don't have any major bills to pay. If you lost everything right now, what is the worst that is going to happen? Go and live with your parents or get a new job? And the chances are, none of these will come into fruition anyway, as we always fear the worst in every situation. You're not going to die. Get out of your head and get out there. Take risks. You may as well get started now, otherwise you're going to get to the age of 80, sitting on your deathbed, looking back on your life in regret, knowing that you could have been so much more. However, I'll stop with the negativity. I have your back. As I said, you need a plan. What the fuck are you going to do without one? Is Santa going to come and drop everything you ever dreamed of right on your doorstep? You have dreams and you have goals, but you need to know the exact vehicle that is going to take you there. But your goals need to be clear and you need to live day by day. You're not going to stick to putting yourself through the pain and discomfort it takes to get to where you want to be if you don't know why you're doing it. 99% of people set New Year's resolutions for the sake of setting New Year's resolutions. Most do this because they know they have certain flaws, but they never define the why regarding what they're planning on either starting or quitting, and therefore relapse after just a few days or weeks. You want to stop watching TV because you think it's bad for you. Do that and you're falling back into watching TV in your free time on January 3rd. Because you have no replacement in place for that time, nor have you defined a well thought out why for wanting to quit watching TV other than say that you wanted to stop. Whereas a different person wants to quit watching TV and states, I want to quit watching TV so that I can spend more time with my wife, kids, and have more time for more fulfilling activities such as going on family walks, doing things as a family, or giving myself time to go to the gym or work on my business. That guy is going to make 10 times more progress than the guy who said, I want to stop watching TV because it's bad for me. There needs to be a why behind everything you ever set out to do. Otherwise, you'll be back at square one 2 days later. How are you going to get to a destination if you don't know where you're going? Define your why before anything else. In regards to goals, I don't mean to buy a Lamborghini. Think of things that are fulfilling, such as paying off your parents' mortgage, providing for your family, or living with the freedom that comes with the wealth that you're aspiring to attain. Now that you have clarity on your why, you need a plan and you need to execute it. Find that vehicle that's going to take you to your dreams, whatever that may be, and split it down into small tasks to make it happen. You want to go down the route of building an SMMA, a social media marketing agency. Okay, cool. Split it down into the smallest tasks you can. Decide on the name, pick your target niche, i.e. gardeners, niche down on one specific service, i.e. paid ads, make the website, make the email domain, research how to deliver an incredible service. This is more important than anything, and write the cold email templates. These are just a few examples, but if you complete them, you are already doing better than 99% of other people because no one ever actually takes action. How many times have you sat at your desk wanting to be productive, but with no clear idea on how you're actually going to be productive? Pretty often, right? We can change this right now. Before you even think about turning your computer on, write down exactly what you're going to do when that monitor turns on. Make the website, write the cold email templates, or create a short ebook explaining the service you offer to make closing the sale easier. This way, you won't turn your PC on and start scrolling through it aimlessly, watching YouTube videos, etc., expecting something to come to you, so then you can be productive, because it won't. You're procrastinating again. Write down exactly what you're going to do when that screen turns on and get to work. We both know that doing anything other than work at the times that you intend to work isn't going to get you anywhere other than distract you from the problems that you have in your life. Which is funny because it's backwards, as that's more than likely the reason you intend to start the business in the first place. Most people nowadays avoid their thoughts as much as they can, whether that be with social media or just with whatever's stimulating. As soon as a small hit of stress or boredom hits them, they go straight onto their phones or on social media to avoid attacking it head on. You need to do the hard things and the things with most resistance, as those are the ones that will move you forward the most. As Stephen Pressfield says, the more important a call or action is to our soul's evolution, the more resistance we will feel about answering it. Most quit as soon as something hard arises and go down the easy route, such as checking their phone. And whilst doing so, put the task off that they know they need to do until a later date because it has so much quote-unquote resistance around it. The obstacle is the way. You need to make working as easy and as frictionless as possible. The idea of writing some email templates has a lot less weight to it than the idea of starting a social media marketing agency. Split it down into the smallest tasks you can, attacking them one by one and avoiding doing two things at once. Do one task, finish that, and then attack the next. It is as simple as that. Don't be the person who is always getting ready to live, saying they're going to do something but never actually do it. Get yourself out there and take action. Otherwise, you'll live a life of regret. But remember to enjoy yourself too. Work hard, play hard. It is as simple as that. Work with the intention of working and play with the intention of having fun. Don't be 50% working and 50% playing by constantly checking social media, etc. at the same time, as you won't get anywhere. Your dreams have value and something you aspire to have because they are hard to attain. If it were easy, everyone would do it, and that's what gives it value. Seek and embrace discomfort or stay in the same place. Your choice.